Everybody, this is Cleveland High School Podcast. I'm Nick Raccia.
I'm Jackson Bizzle.
I'm Javori Harvey.
All right, we're going to go over free agency again. A lot of interesting stuff happened this week, a little bit of last week over the weekend. Probably the most notable signing, probably Odell Beckham to the Cleveland Browns. What do you guys think of that?
Honestly,
The Giants are dumb.
no. It's a good move by the Browns. Though they lost like a top safety in the league, you know, Jabril Peppers.
He is not a top safety.
He's not good enough.
He's top 10.
He's what, a fourth-round pick?
He's top 10.
Top 10?
All right, listen, Jabril Peppers, I don't think he's good enough to be in the discussion for an Odell Beckham trade.
No, but they got
Exactly.
picks too.
Yeah, but they got what, like a third and fifth?
Yeah, and a first round. I'm pretty sure.
They got
that
a
wasn't
first
a
round.
first, it
It's
was a
first
third and
round and
fifth.
So
third.
they didn't get their first-round pick.
They did.
I knew they – then, I mean, it wasn't a complete, like, you know, waste of a player. But other than that –
They got Jabril Peppers and 2019 – oh, never mind. It's the Cleveland Browns. That's what they gave up. Anyways, that team's going to be nasty. I honestly think that the Cleveland Browns might go playoffs next year.
Oh, they're definitely going playoffs.
Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, Kareem Hunt, Chubb, and their tight end, what's his name?
David
Njoku. And then their defense is honestly coming along.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
Garrett, Denzel Ward.
Yep.
If they really wanted to, that they could probably trade, what's his face, the running back from the Chiefs. I just said his name.
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, they could trade Kareem Hunt and get a really good defensive player. 'Cause to be honest, Chubb is fine. You really can't have a two-house power back with Kareem Hunt, and you're just wasting reps then when you can get a very good defensive player.
And don't they got like 3 running backs? You know, Kareem Hunt, Duke Johnson, and
yeah, but they'll
Nick
probably
Chubb.
yeah, exactly.
I think they're probably gonna release one of them, cause I saw some of the Cowboys that they might go after.
Oh my God.
They don't
Duke
need
Johnson.
one.
Here you go.
Yeah, but no, it's for a backup. What do you mean?
Duke Johnson should not be a backup on any team.
Well, he is.
He should be
He's
a
a backup
starting
on the
guy.
Browns.
Duke
He should
Johnson's
be
not good enough.
starting. He is nice. Have y'all not seen this man?
He does not. He does not start.
He played for the Browns. That's why you don't see his full, skill
Man,
set.
you can't say that anymore.
Yeah,
well,
Browns
Baker
are
Mayfield.
good now.
Yeah, they're good now. You
But they
can't say
haven't
that
played-
they go to the Browns.
But
that
they
they're not
haven't
good
played
no
a
more.
game as they are good now. They haven't played a game while they're good.
All right.
Well, this good. Last year they weren't. They weren't good, but obviously they didn't make the playoffs. But I don't know you're looking at me like that because you know I'm right.
All right. Enough said. The Browns will probably be seeing the playoffs next year. They're going to be a much better team.
Possibly.
The
Super
second,
Bowl.
probably biggest signing was the Jets getting Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, what about Antonio Brown?
Yeah, you forgot about AB.
I mean, it's kind of up in the air.
The best receiver in the league. Going to the Raiders, I honestly think he killed his career after one season.
Yeah.
If it goes bad, he should most definitely retire before he scars his legacy.
Everyone is
Adrian
hyping
Peterson.
Derek Carr up like he's a good quarterback when he's really not.
He's absolutely terrible.
He's not absolutely terrible, but he's
better
He's
than-
not a good quarterback.
He's better than Dak Prescott, but he's still trash.
The Raiders are coming together, though. I mean,
okay.
slowly John Gruden is getting some pretty good players and a whole bunch of picks. They just signed, I think it's Tyree Williams from the Chargers. He was a wide receiver. He's pretty good. So they're building up a team. I don't know where they're going to be. I don't know how Antonio Brown's going to be.
Yeah, maybe John Gruden isn't completely,
Washed.
Yeah, maybe he's not the stupidest coach in the league for trading, Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper.
But he did steal Antonio Brown. I mean, they gave up what? A third? It was a third and a fifth, right?
Honestly, I forgot.
Yeah, I
what
mean,
they
I
gave
don't call it a steal because the Steelers really didn't want much for him anyways because they were like sick of him, just ready to get him out of there.
They needed to get him out of there. They needed Le'Veon
They gave
Bell.
up a third and a fifth-round pick just to get Antonio Brown. That's
crazy.
That is a steal. Even
Those
though you
are
have to pay him,
Two
but
very trash players.
that is, I don't know what the Steelers were doing. The whole GM should have got fired for that.
Well, they just try to
can't
get him
fire
out
him.
because he requested a trade. It's not them trying to get something back. They needed to get him out anyways.
Yes, you can.
And not the owner.
You can fire
How
a
you gonna
GM.
fire the owner?
You can't fire the
GM
owner.
is not the owner. It's the
Troy.
general manager.
Come on now.
You
can't fire the owner.
I'm slow.
Anyways, third or second, probably third. The biggest after that is Le'Veon Bell going to the Patriots.
What?
I'm done. I'm at the Jets. Sorry.
No, just redo that. I'm gonna edit that out. You are slow.
Okay.
All right, go.
Le'Veon Bell probably going to the Le'Veon Bell. Okay, restart that. Le'Veon Bell going to the Jets is probably like the third biggest, in my opinion, second biggest free agency sign.
Yeah, and we said if he goes, then
reading about
it. Yeah, we all said that he can possibly go to the Jets.
I was reading about it. Le'Veon Bell only had like 3 or 4 options. About like not a lot of teams wanted him. A lot of them shied away when they realized how much of like a cocky player he is, and how much everyone expected that he wanted more money.
And how fat he is,
Le'Veon Bell wanted more money. Everyone was expecting him to get like a $70 million contract, and he only got like a 53.
Yeah, he got paid less than he was getting paid with the Steelers.
Yeah, he lost money.
And he's signing with a very bad team. I just don't see him.
I wouldn't say they're bad. They have a pretty decent young
They got
quarterback.
Sam Darnold.
They have the second best safety in the league.
Jamal Adams.
They're
a growing team, but they're not anything.
And he's gonna make them like
the Jets did also steal Le'Veon Bell, because what the Jets got, they got Le'Veon Bell, and instead they gave away, what's it called?
Anyways, since while Nick is looking at, the Le'Veon Bell, I don't think
he was
gonna,
a free agent.
Oh yeah, he was a free agent. Yeah, they didn't trade anything. They signed him for a trade. They signed him for a 4-year, $52 million, and that's like an absolute steal. So
no, you can call it a steal, but they had to offer more money than the other teams, so they had to go deeper to their pockets. I wouldn't call it a steal, especially since he's gonna show up.
Well, I think they had the most cap space in the league, though.
Yeah, but he's gonna show up to training camp, 260 pounds, looking like Eddie Lacy. We all saw the picture. He's a big boy now.
He is a big boy now.
They need to just put him at DN. He'll be a pretty quick DN.
So speaking of running backs, Mark Ingram signed with the Ravens.
He did?
Yeah, he did. And
he will probably be an every down back, I imagine.
That's actually a very smart move also by the Ravens, because their running back for the Ravens had before was not
Alex Collins.
Yeah, he wasn't anything.
They dropped him. The Chicago Bears picked up Mike Davis, which means Jordan Howard is going somewhere. We'll see where he goes.
Well, that means Tariq Cohen or
Tariq Cohen's staying for sure,
or Jordan Howard.
Howard is
leaving.
leaving.
One of them two is leaving.
It's definitely Jordan Howard, but he doesn't know where he's going yet. A lot of reports are saying that the Eagles still need a running back.
My God.
I'm gonna be totally honest.
Well, the Bears also picked up Cordell Patterson, who is a pretty underrated receiver, if you ask me.
He actually is.
He could be a pretty.
He actually has some really nice highlights, but they're really only kick returns, pretty much.
Then, my boy Teddy Bridgewater re-signed with the Saints.
But
I
did you hear about it?
What?
He's most likely not gonna sign with them again, because what's his face? Who's their head coach?
Sean Payton?
Yeah, Sean Payton is supposed to go to Dallas in 2020.
I saw about that.
And Teddy Bridgewater wants to go to Miami. He visited Miami yesterday.
He needs to go to Miami, honestly.
He would honestly probably get a starting spot. He could probably.
So the Chiefs picked up Tyrann Mathieu, one of the best safeties in the league, and they dropped one of the best safeties in the league.
Yeah, it was a smart move.
They dropped an old player for.
A legendary.
No, he wasn't done yet. He has like 3 more years. Barry
is still a very good, safety, but that was actually pretty smart if they got Tyrann Mathieu, because Tyrann Mathieu's a lot younger than him.
Yeah, and
that just has more room for him to.
They also signed Carlos Hyde as a running back, so it'll be
pretty wild.
Carlos Hyde and Ware, I imagine, as their starters.
Because they booted Kareem Hunt for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City will probably be back in the playoffs again, especially adding Tyrann Mathieu. That's a huge.
His style of play, he's like a hybrid safety, and Barry's more of a zone player.
So, also a huge signing. For some reason, I mean, I love Nick Foles, but I honestly think the Jacksonville Jaguars messed up on that. They paid him a 4-year, $88 million
What did
deal.
I tell you? A team is going to pay him big money.
That is extreme money.
What did I say?
Trash.
What did I say? I said this the last podcast we did. Yeah, I said this the last podcast we did, that they are going to pay him big money. They're going to pay him big money, and I guarantee you he's going to go out and play like trash.
Yeah, they were trash. This is honestly,
they booted Blake Bortles.
This is a desperate move. They could have got.
They wanted a veteran. They want.
He's not a vet. What has he done?
He's been in the league for the last 5-6 years. And
that's not a vet.
Super Bowl MVP, and he's been in the Pro Bowl multiple times.
Multiple
You guys are sleeping. You guys,
times?
yes, 3 times. You guys are sleeping on Nick Foles. You guys think he's trash.
Has not been to the Pro Bowl.
Okay, I think Nick Foles is good, but I don't think he's good enough for a 4-year, $88 million deal.
He's not good enough for a 4-year, $50 million.
And on top of that, he's ugly.
He is kind of ugly, but anyways.
All right, now on to Tyrod Taylor. My boy, come on, bro, relax.
Bro, Nick,
come on, nigga.
Why did you whisper? Why are you, bro? Go up. All right, shut up. Ready? Tyrod Taylor is with the what's it called? Chargers.
That was honestly needed. I feel like
Philip
Rivers.
Wait, Tyrod Taylor went to the
Chargers.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna get his spot back in Cleveland. We all know that the coaches.
Yeah, they signed I don't know why the Browns signed Tyrod Taylor
to boost. It was to basically boost Baker Mayfield's like potential. He wanted to win the starting quarterback job, so he had to elevate his game to like for a quarterback battle. So they knew like signing 2 quarterbacks would have like a little battle, and of course whichever one came out on top would be a better quarterback than they were before. So I see what they did there, but like, why would you sign him? He's a very accurate quarterback, and
I like Tyrod Taylor.
Better. He deserved better.
I like Tyrod Taylor, but he was on a terrible team with the Browns. Honestly,
yeah.
He kind of carried the Bills when they made it to the playoffs in that wild card game, which like I said, no point of signing Tyrod Taylor if he's not even going to play in a single game.
All right, so other than Tyrod Taylor, we talked about Antonio Brown, but some other big-time wide receivers have gone elsewhere. Deshaun Jackson went back to the Philadelphia Eagles. That was a very interesting
that's
move.
not
I wouldn't call him a big-time
receiver. That is not a big time.
Cole Beasley signed with the Buffalo Bills. That was
the
kind
greatest
of a surprise.
Yeah, that was.
John Brown went to the Buffalo Bills as well.
I saw someone. Amendola went somewhere.
Amendola went to the Detroit Lions. That's honestly going to boost their team. Detroit Lions, they haven't done anything in the past freaking 20 years. So
Cowboys haven't done anything.
Getting this wide receiver, the Detroit Lions, hopefully that'll make it better.
Yeah, all he's going to do, I feel like he won't have like a number 1 receiver impact, but he'll be like a vet in the locker room.
Oh yeah, and Adrian Amos went to the Packers.
Yeah, my boy.
Which he's a very good safety.
He's pretty nice.
He's a very good safety.
And the Packers also picked up a couple linebackers to replace Clay Matthews and Nick Perry. Because, I mean, even though they didn't release Matthews yet, it's going to happen.
He's old.
He's getting pretty old.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles, they re-signed Brandon Graham, and then they added Malik Jackson to their team from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm pretty excited about that. Malik Jackson, he's a Pro Bowler, and we haven't booted Bennett yet, but I'm sure we will soon. So us getting Malik Jackson is...
Well, Malik Jackson, he's a D tackle, and
yeah.
Bennett is a D end, so they do boot him, then that probably means they're probably going to go at their D end because, there really be no point.
Okay,
with
let's
the
talk about
Eagles getting those players. They're also booting. We booted Jordan Hicks. He's going to the Arizona Cardinals. He's a pretty good linebacker, but he's been injured over the years. So Arizona Cardinals, they did pretty good with that. They also added Terrell Suggs. That was huge. I thought Terrell Suggs would
the Cardinals
retire
made
in the Ravens.
They haven't made bad,
Yeah, they made some pretty safe moves.
Terrell Suggs is, honestly,
he's old, but he's
a top 10.
He's a good player.
He's probably top 5 linebacker in the league.
They added also an offensive tackle, Marcus Gilbert. With them drafting, they're either going to get obviously Nick Bosa, and then there's been discussion with Kyler Murray. The Arizona Cardinals, I mean, I can see them, kind of flipping over these next couple years. They're making some pretty smart moves.
If you ask me, they don't even need Bosa anymore with Terrell Suggs. They might get Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, but they
might. Are you serious?
Interior D-line. Come on now, it doesn't get much better than that.
Also, as a disappointment so far for the free agency, my Dallas Cowboys, they've been very disappointing.
What's the face? The safety.
Other than re-signing people like DeMarcus and putting the franchise tag on him and getting Jason Witten out of retirement, they haven't done anything.
They have not. There's been talks of Earl Thomas.
Yeah, he put it. Those
safety.
things of him putting his kids in a school in Austin, and I'm sitting there tomorrow doing something. I look at my phone and it says that.
Did you just say tomorrow?
Or I'm sorry, yesterday, and and it said that he was gonna sign with the Ravens, and that just made me so mad because we need a safety because Jeff Heath.
You guys need a quarterback.
We do not need a quarterback. Stop saying that. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna just leave because Dak Prescott is our franchise quarterback, so you can stop that. He's better than Nick Foles. He's better than Carson Wentz. He's better than Eli Manning. I don't know why you think it's so funny.
They got Deshaun Watson, pretty good.
But they're not all right, though. That's the thing. They can't win a playoff game. So
speaking of defensive line, Detroit Lions, they signed Trey Flowers. That was a pretty smart pickup as well.
That was also a very good signing.
DeMarcus Lawrence, Dallas Cowboys finally put a franchise tag on him.
That was the second one we've done.
Yeah, he really should have been. He really should have went to the Saints.
No.
Cam Jordan honestly needs a backup just in case he gets hurt. But I mean, speaking of backups, my boy Joe Flacco.
Are you serious? Cameron Jordan needs a backup.
Stop, bro.
He needs a backup?
All right, time out. Speaking of backups, Joe Flacco is now on the Broncos.
That's just ugly, honestly.
He's
ugly.
Terrible. He needs to retire. He's worse than Dak Prescott. No, they might be on the same level. It's honestly, it's sad to see people willing to pay this man money when he's and they got robbed too of a 4th round pick. He is not worth that much. It's honestly, it's just sad.
With the Broncos getting Joe Flacco, they got rid of Case Keenum. Case Keenum going to the Washington Redskins. That's just ridiculous, honestly. If the Redskins were smart, they would have added. Free agency has been quite interesting. Probably the best one in history with Le'Veon Bell and AB in this year's free agency. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nick Rocha.
I'm Jackson Bizzle.
I'm Trevor Harvey.
Have a good one.